Okay, Matrix, we are finally finishing the question for mechanical assembly for the June 2023 past paper. And this one should go a lot quicker, actually, considering the fact that you're drawing the right view, so you're not really cutting anything. So in the last video, I drew part of the nuts over here. And this time around, I'm pretty much just going to draw it in more solid, because last time I just did it as a light construction line, but now I'm going to make it solid so that we can get our right view in. So if you didn't see how I did this, in the last video at the end is where I did it, so you can watch it there, because I'm not going to redo it. Yeah, okay, so there we've got that point there, and what we're going to do is you're going to take your compass as well with the radius of circle. Oh my. And you're going to just make an inner part like this over here. So it should look like this over here. Okay, your next step is going to be taking your ruler, and to make this, I actually use a longer ruler because I just feel like this one is a bit short. So we're going to take this one over here, and what we are going to do is we are going to draw a center line. So you'll do your long line, short line. Do yours neatly, please, not like mine. Vertically, and then you're going to do it horizontally as well. Okay, so it should sort of look like this so far. So now if we have a look at our paper, we're kind of going to see what we will be seeing based on what we've drawn. So what I mean by that is, because we are now looking from this angle, we can see, okay, we've seen the nut which we've drawn in. Behind that, we're going to see this part, which is the compressor wheel, and they show us how you draw it over here, which means we're going to see this part here. There'll be like a dash line, and then there'll be an external part around that there. So what we're going to do is we're going to find those measurements. So the first one is a diameter 40, and by the way, we won't see what this is in the middle because I see the nut is over that. So we're going to start off with our diameter of 40, which is a radius of 20. So we're just going to grab the radius of 20, and we're going to draw a circle just like this over here. Okay, so then now we've got that circle, we're going to grab the radius for the other circle. So that's 72, so it should be 36 as our radius. And what we're then going to do is grab a radius of 36. So we'll have 36 over here. And we are going to draw that circle. Just make sure when you do your circles that your lead is the same color as your pencil. Otherwise it does look a bit funny. As you can see with mine, like my circles are a bit lighter than the nut, which is not really ideal. So just make sure everything is the same sort of line weight. But anyways, there's the circle. And then we're going to look at the next part, which is this rubber tube, I believe, is what we'll be seeing. I'm not actually, no, it's not the rubber tube, it's the back plate, which you can see over here. So you can see that they give us that there is a radius of M80 as we did here. So what you can basically do is you can find the back plate, which is this point here. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring two measurements. So you're going to bring that measurement and then the thread that we did in the last video across like that. It actually makes it a lot easier than finding radiuses on your board. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this first bottom radius, okay, and you're going to draw a solid circle. Again, make sure that your pencil weight is same, otherwise you have to go over it a couple of times, which is quite frustrating. And then you're going to grab the thread, which is this measurement here, and you can actually see on your paper here, they give you like the thread and then there's like a sort of a gap in between. You're actually going to draw that as per you see it on your paper. So you're going to measure that gap, and we'll measure that point, and then you're going to sort of leave a space so that you have a gap. So about there, right? So when that is done, we are going to draw the next part, which will be the housing, which we will see because obviously this back plate covers everything at the back here, and we won't see the rest of this, but we will see the housing, and you don't actually have to do hidden detail, which is really nice. Otherwise you'd be drawing a lot of finicky lines. But we're going to start off by just grabbing the radius, which again you can actually just bring across from your drawing over here. So there we've brought the line across. Make sure yours is a lot lighter. I hope I left enough space on my drawing paper, so just make sure that you did that for you. And then you're going to draw the circle. I actually left just enough space. Okay, so you're going to draw your circle, but I'm not going to make my circle solid yet, because if you have a look at your drawing paper, you'll see that there is like these little slots that we need to draw in before we actually make it solid. So to start off, we're going to find this radius here, which is 118 pitch circle diameter. So that's the diameter. So we're going to do that, divide that by 2. So 118 divided by 2 will be 59. Okay, so we're going to grab 59 on your compass, and then what you're going to do is you're going to draw a lighter circle inside, just like this over here. And then once you have done that, you're going to find the radius of these little circles here, which is a radius of 4. And so what you're going to do is you're going to find 4 on your compass, just like this over here. And then what you're going to do is draw your circle. So my personal opinion is it would probably be better if you actually use a circle template for this point over here, if you have one, of course, because it's quite difficult to do these finicky circles with your compass. But I'm just going to hand draw mine in. Please do not do that ever. I'm just doing it because I want to get my circle template out, and you know what to do now that I've showed you, so it shouldn't be an issue for your understanding. Okay, just give me a second. I just want to quickly sort something out. Okay, so now that we've got those little holes, what you are going to do is you're going to take your board and you're going to draw lines attaching to the edges over there. So again, mine's not lining up because I freehanded it, which is why you do not ever do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make the 2 lines here thicker. So we're going to start off with the external line at this point over here, and we're just going to quickly make it solid, although as I said, mine is not looking so good. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to do the other side over here as well, and just make sure all of your lines line up so that you do not have funny measurements. And then for this line here, what you're going to do is like a long line, short line, so it does not have to be as dark as the rest. And now mine's not looking so good, but it's not the end of the world. As long as you guys understand what you're supposed to be doing, then it's fine. Okay, so essentially it should actually look like the center lines, but mine doesn't. So yeah, there's also another line I have forgotten to quickly put in, and that is this line over here is part of the convention wheel. So compressor wheel, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying convention. That will be this line here, this point here. So you're just going to bring, is it? No, it's not. It's, where is this line now? It's not that one. It should be that one. Maybe I've done one line a bit too big. Okay, let's find the radius for that line. Oh, 56 PCD. So that's 25, 28. So we're going to take 28. And then you're going to do that line. And I found it by looking at, yeah, BCD. Okay, so let's just add that line in quickly before I forget. Okay, and then once that is done, we're going to move on to the last one, which will be this bolt top over here. And essentially you're going to just bring it across, and you're going to essentially draw the exact same thing as you've drawn over here. So I'm just going to like bring my measurements over. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18. So it will be 9 on either side. So we'll have 9 and 18. And we'll have that over there. And then we will obviously have the thread as well. So I'm just going to put the thread in over there. And then from the thread, you can actually draw in your little parts. So we're going to start like that. We're going to bring this one down, this one down, this one down. This one's a bit thicker than it's supposed to be. So just again, make sure your measurements are better, because I think I brought down, yeah, I brought down a bit too big of a line. But I am going to leave it because you know you're supposed to bring a smaller line down. You can see it's thicker here than it is there, but it's supposed to be the size. So just make sure you bring your lines back nicely. And then when you're done, well, this is you basically done. So your right view is generally one of the easiest views. So if you are looking for quick marks on your mechanical assembly, do the right view if they give you that, or like the non-section view to score marks if you're really struggling with your section view. So yeah, guys, I hope this helped you. Yeah, and at least we're done now with the Dream House papers. So